The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. I'm murderous. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout le monde haïtien, como ye. God save the Queen.
Broadcasting live from ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and it is a sad day in the life of the former Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie. Today at 3:30, his first cousin, who was fired by the F&M from the National Insurance Board, Dr. Baldwin Carey, suffered a massive heart attack at 3:30, and he's dead. It's a very sad day. Dr. Baldwin Carey, at one point, he was a medical partner of the late Dr. Bernard Nottage. So Dr. Bernard Nottage's death would have had a profound emotional effect on him. And then, of course, prior to the death, a spiteful, mean, wicked F&M fired the man, the first cousin of the Prime Minister, and a cousin of mine as well. And so this afternoon, we received sad report that at 3:30, Baldwin Carey suffered a massive heart attack. And of course, he would have been pronounced dead at Doctor's Hospital. It's a sad day. And in the midst of that, a mean-hearted F&M is still spiting Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie. But I want them to stop it, because we are all Bahamians, and there's no need to be mean-hearted and spiteful to a former Prime Minister. I'm going to tell you everything about it, and I'm going to also tell you how I heard from Papa, the former Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'd come here today to just talk about Papa and how he is trying to lead Menace and the F&M from political and financial destruction of the Bahamas. Only for when I came into the studio, I got this sad news that Dr. Baldwin Carey is dead, suffered a massive heart attack. My God, what a mean-hearted set of people running this country. My special guest with me until my spiritual advisor arrive is Rastanero Thompson. Rastanero Thompson, welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Monker, thank you for having me here this afternoon. Of course, condolences go to you and the Carey and Christie family on the passing of Dr. Baldwin Carey.
I thank you, Rastanero Thompson. It's a sad day. It's amazing, eh? What destruction a government can inflict among and upon its people. Spiteful. And so, the saga continues. Who all will the F&M put under stress to cause early death? My name is Rodney Monker. It is a sad day for those of us who know Dr. Carey and those of us who are related to him. This is Freedom March. I'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here in Nassau, Bahamas on ILTV. I'm channel 224 and BTC Flow 112. And you can join us on Facebook Live, ILTV Studio. It's our Facebook page. I'm sharing it on my Facebook page, Rodney Monker. And my special guest, until my spiritual advisor arrives, is Rastanero Thompson. Ras, welcome to Freedom March once again.
Mr. Monker, thank you for having me here on Freedom March, the best show in the country.
Well, I thank you, Rastanero. It is a sad, sad day here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas because the F&M, with its mean and spiteful ways, I accuse them of contributing to the stress of Dr. Baldwin Carey, which culminated in his premature death. You would recall, with fanfare, sometime last week, the F&M announced how they had fired a number of people from the National Insurance Board. When the name Baldwin Carey was identified, I knew in my heart that it was mean and spiteful, and it was designed to throw dirty, bilgy water in the face of Dr. Baldwin's first cousin, the former Prime Minister, Perry Gladstone Christie. And the F&M, with their no good self, mean-spirited, they fired the man. And then, I think, Dr. Bernard Nottage, he passed away. And if you might not be aware that Dr. Baldwin Carey and Dr. Bernard Nottage were medical partners, so that was an added stress for Baldwin Carey. I can only conclude that having been dismissed in such a heartless manner, it must have brought terrible stress to him, and then culminating in his good friend and ally, B.J. Nottage, passing away. We know that Dr. Baldwin Carey moved to set up his medical clinic. And I don't know what happened. All I know is various family members and friends, because my grandma, she's a Carey. They all is family, or the Tappan Bay. So everybody started calling me, right? I came here on the studio to be jubilant and to brag over what the former Prime Minister, Hubert Ingram, said. But now I'm stricken by sadness. Sadness, Rastanero. I don't know if you knew Dr. Baldwin Carey, but he suffered a heart attack. And there are so many Bahamians today who are under an enormous amount of pressure because the F&M, being possessed by the devil, they have no love in their hearts. They're moving swiftly to just fire. They're not even prepared to say, well, listen, we'll fire you in a week or 2 or 3 weeks' time, or we'll give you 2 months. It's just fire, right? And now Christie has double stressed on him. And I would hope that family members would gather around him and ensure that he isn't overstressed. But it's sad. It's sad. Terribly sad.
Very sad, Mr. Monker. Any sudden death is very tragic, especially when you're surprised it comes out of nowhere. And indeed, a heart attack is a very traumatic experience for, I can just imagine what the family is going through right now.
Meanwhile, it is amazing. Don't forget, I always told y'all that Christy was my cousin. And so by virtue of family ties, I got all kind of family who's even more familiar to him than me. And I get to know his business. And so I'm in possession of his business. I'm sorry if anybody's offended, but I can say it because I want PLP supporters to know what is taking place. Mr. Christie, as a former prime minister, is entitled to certain treatment. He is entitled the same way the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram is provided by the Royal Bahamas Police Force with a wonderful car. And the police check on his security with regularity. Don't mind you see Papa in the road by himself. The police them right there, but nobody see them. All right? Now, Christie, look how long he has demitted office. He is required to have a car. And they wouldn't give him. Minister with the main heart wouldn't give Mr. Christie his car. Almost as if he wants to subject him to begging for a car. And I say to the PLP, if Minister isn't prepared to follow the protocol that the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram left in place for former prime ministers, there gotta be rich PLP. There gotta be rich PLPs. And if ain't no rich PLPs, there gotta be somebody in the PLP who could say to Minister, man, keep you in the car and buy Christie a car because he served. Don't mind the criticism and the foolishness that was run on. Yeah, he made some political mistakes, but he served. And yesterday, when the former Prime Minister, Hubert Alexander Ingram, addressed the Rotaries, Ingram's testimony is a vindication of Christie and the PLP and their policy and their contractual approach to the liberation of Bahama. And that's what I came to talk about. I came here to clown on the FNM and to take Papa's speech and veil up their backside because Papa sent me his speech. You hear me? And Papa's told me that I could talk for him as long as I don't lie. So I could say anything as long as it's not a lie. And you watch me. Papa ain't answer nothing I say because he told me. You know the things Papa told me? They're things that Papa has given me freedom to say. And you know I have not said it? Guess why I have not said it? I said, wait a minute now. These, God forgive me, these no good people only can hate him. So I say it. All right? But it's a horrible day that Christie, as a former prime minister, I want one minister, I want to warn the current prime minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis, that one day he ain't gonna be prime minister. So, do unto Christie that you would expect to be done unto you that day when you're no longer prime minister. I don't know what is wrong with these Negroes. What is wrong with your leadership? What is wrong with Negro leadership? Don't we know how it should be done? You're trying to give me heart attack too. All right? That's what you're trying to do. But Lord Jesus, don't let their vicious work on me. All right? Why? There are more things I could say over what they have failed to do for Christie, but I ain't gonna say it because sometimes in revealing things, you could end up giving more information that may not be proper in the overall scheme of things, right? Their minister in St. George's, Grenada, disgracing the Bahamas, talking up a bunch of nonsense. The first thing he goes to Grenada, and look what he's running on with, all right? A bunch of nonsense, talking about corruption, all right? Say he's fighting corruption, but send me a letter when I am innocent of corruption. But he tell them he's fighting corruption. We're in trouble in this country. And that is why Papa, in his speech, warned the FNM that if they don't stop this witch hunt, because I can tell you something, Papa's been deeply hurt over how the PLP charged that man from Foxhill, Fred Ramsey, and Papa don't want nobody else to be charged who ain't guilty of no crime. And Papa hasn't told me But I have the gift. When I hear Papa, Papa speaks to me in a strange language, and I'm in tune with what Papa says. And Papa don't want no foolishness because he recognized that menace is on a witch hunt. Papa want people who break the law to be charged. But he doesn't want the kind of bull skate that they're doing. All right? It's just amazing what is taking place in this country. Amazing. Amazing. All right? It is as if the FNM wants to see supporters of the PLP and their family to die. All right? I mean, you only have no heart. No heart. No heart. All right? They have no heart. And that's why the Tribune, yes, the Tribune, today's Tribune, Papa say that the FNM must be humble to win election. And another thing that Papa pointed out, see, them, God forgive me, and the FNM, right? They think that it was a great gift to win all the seats. Don't forget, you know, I had a first cousin who ran for the FNM, and he was about to win in 1997. And when Papa discovered that he was running away with all the seats, Papa pulled back and caused my first cousin to lose. And us in the family, every time we get together secretly and Papa around, we curse Papa out and say, look how Papa caused my first cousin to lose. But Papa say he pulled the party back so that he would not have won all the seats. All right? And Papa also pointed out that it is not a good thing to win all the seats because Menace is now caught in a trap where he has poor Bainstown and Grantstown. He got the poor part of Centerville. You hear me? He got that Negro poor area of Freetown. And he promised them that he was going to take what? A bread basket item. Say he loved the poor. But by grab, the poor, he has abandoned. He's abandoned. Say he want the poor with him because he from Baintown. And God give him his bitch. Give him all them poor Negroes. All. Now Menace ain't know what to do. Instead of giving what on sardine and corned beef, he gave what on with a rich fish name.
Caviar.
Lord have mercy.
Caviar and salmon.
That's caviar is fish eggs.
Fish eggs. Salmon is the
right.
exotic fish, yeah.
Instead he give us what on snapper, on grouper. He say on salmon. I don't eat salmon.
And shrimp.
And shrimp. Them things expensive. So obviously it was not designed for black people. And that's what we are finding out. That's why Ingram knows that the FNM is Gone. Gone. But I blame the PLP because I don't know what y'all sitting down for. All right? Stop pussyfooting. Let's get to the street and let's make Menace find all the VAT. All right? Take off the VAT. And that's what needs to happen. It's a sad day. Dr. Baldwin Carey is dead. And they, the FNM, did it publicly. Publicly. As they sat in a hiding place. Gig. They think it was a joke. Every time you fire a man, it's not a joke. Because when you look at the economic, what the word is, ripple effect.
Ripple effect.
Ripple effects. Do you know how many people that affect? Huh? If you stop one man from working, do you understand the negative economic impact? Y'all are cold-hearted. And y'all ain't saved. Yeah, y'all just go to church. Y'all are church attendants with your no good self. God forgive me for saying that they no good, because that was not the right thing to say. But they had me angry. Baldwin Carey, dead. And the last thing on public record, you see, this is what is sad. The last thing on public record is a proud pronouncement that we got rid of him. Huh? We got rid of him. And you all think it's a joke with your no good self. All right? But let me tell you what Penland said. See, the PLP and their young people have not been educated in the history of the PLP. And Penland said that what goes around comes around. Don't forget it. What goes around comes around. So you can afford to be mean and spiteful. All right? Stop it and repent. All right? Stop it and repent. I just got a report out of Grand Bahama. Lanisha Roll, the minister responsible for social service, they prayed that God would give them 3 seats in Grand Bahama. How much seat Grand Bahama has?
They got 6 seats, I believe.
I think it's 5.
Five, yes, 5
And
seats.
so they pray, and God gave them the 5.
Wow.
He got the 5. But Lanisha, who professed Christianity and who proclaimed that she is a pastor, she flew in to Grand Bahama. She tell them she happy with urban renewal. She think it's a wonderful thing. She think they did a wonderful job. And then, God forgive me, as an unsaved woman, she proceeded to fire them. Lord, have mercy on my Negro government. Have mercy, dear Lord, and change their hearts that they will care for us, the people. I don't know why the FNM acting stupid. You can't get 35 seats unless PLPs voted for you. So when you run into the PLP, you can't victimize them. Because among the supporters must be PLPs who voted FNM.
Now, did you hear the stats released by a group called Public Domain?
What did they
say?
say?
They said they surveyed people. 54% of the persons who were surveyed, they didn't necessarily vote for the FNM, but they voted against the PLP. So that means that the majority of voters did not necessarily support Dr. Minnis, but it just was against the PLP according to the data from that survey.
But I told y'all, I said to y'all, if you can't vote PLP, join me on the beach. Y'all ain't listen to me? I'm 60. At 60, I have certain, what should I call it, historical information. I know things. I see things. I see things. In my mind, I see Papa. Papa's not pleased with the direction. And Papa has pulled a coup d'etat peacefully, bloodlessly, while Menace was in Grenada talking nonsense, talking about corruption. Papa pulled a coup d'etat yesterday, and Papa's emerging as a strong man. Papa, you better save the FNM before Menace and them lead this country straight to hell. Papa, come back! Come back, Papa! Because Menace ain't know what he's doing. Papa, come back. Come back, Papa, and come back with the licking stick. I got Papa's...
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here on ILTV in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and of course, I'm a member of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. I'm joined in studio by or with my spiritual advisor and biblical scholar, Bradley Roll. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you, Mr. Monker.
And of course, Rastanero Thompson, who has been here from the beginning of the show.
Thank you, Mr. Monker.
My spiritual advisor, while you were on the way to the studio, I announced that Dr. Baldwin Carey, who has been a friend and medical partner and colleague of the late Dr. Bernard Nottage, and he is also the first cousin of the Prime Minister, Perry Gladstone Christie. He's also my cousin. He suffered a massive heart attack
Wow.
at 3:30 this afternoon.
this afternoon.
You would recall that sometime last week, the F&M, with big fanfare, announced how they had fired him and a number of other persons from the National Insurance Board. I think, as my spiritual advisor, what comforting words would you give to the family, the loved ones of Dr. Baldwin Carey?
Well, Mr. Monica, you know, the faith of Christianity gives us this blessed hope and assurance, you know, that all that we have done in this life will come to an end and pass away, but there is a life to come. And Jesus gives the Christian the assurance that once they believe in him, who is in fact the Son of God, that even though they may pass this life, that there's a wonderful reward and life on the other side. As a matter of fact, in John chapter 14, there about, I'm thinking verse number 1 through 4, Jesus Christ gives his disciples this very confident thought. He says, listen, he says, let not your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions, and if it was not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go, I will come again to receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. The Christian always have this confident hope that, you know, we die, and of course Jesus says, for the man who believes in me, even though he dies, he will live again. And then Jesus says, and the man who lives and believes in me shall never die. These are the words that Jesus spoke to Mary and Martha, whose brother Lazarus had passed away. Jesus gives the Christian the assurance to listen, I am the resurrection and the life. The man who believes in me, even though he dies, he shall live again. And the man who lives and believes in me shall never die. And then Jesus turned to Martha and says, do you believe this, Martha?
Lord,
And she says, yes, Lord.
I believe it.
I
Powerful.
believe.
Very powerful.
Very, very confident and sobering words for the Christian that there is a life beyond this life. And Jesus Christ has made that life abundant for us through his ultimate sacrifice on the cross, when he gave up all of his splendor and glory and came and lived a life as a human being, conquered death for the human race, giving us eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Amen. Amen.
It's powerful, my spiritual
Very
advisor.
powerful.
Absolutely.
And in the midst of all of this, the F&M has launched what I call a policy of victimization against the former Prime Minister.
Wow.
As Prime Minister, he is entitled to certain protocol. And to date, I would know this by virtue of being a part of the family. So once one family member learns of it, what do you think will happen? They tell another family member. And it must be a national disgrace, all right? Because Mr. Ingram has demonstrated what the protocol ought to be. And to date, the car which Dr. Minnis ought to have ensured was released to Mr. Christie and other high-level, I'm going to use the word situation because I don't want to compromise the integrity of the matter.
Okay.
Has not been done. Why is the F&M being so mean-spirited, so evil? How? And there Dr. Minnis claims that he is a Christian,
Wow.
right?
That is interesting, Mr. Monkey. You know, listen, I think we have really missed it as a people who believe in the principles of Christianity. Jesus lays down this golden rule. You know what he says? He says, do unto others as you would have them
Do unto
do
you.
unto you. Now here's what that really means, because a lot of people misunderstood the point Jesus Christ is really making. what Jesus Christ is really saying is this: the same way you want to be treated is the way you treat somebody else. And that is the whole message of Christianity. Christianity is a message of love, brotherhood, and forgiveness. And it's just absolutely sad that we allow politics to destroy our human side and not cause us to want to really understand and love one another if they lose or when they make a mistake. And it's a travesty. And that is the reason why our society is suffering today for this. We don't love people like Jesus would want us to love people. Politics should never be that agent that should destroy the human side of us and cause us to act untoward or inhumane to another Bahamian. It is unchristian. It is the works of the devil, and it should not be so. Jesus says this: by this would all men know that you are my disciple, when they see the love you have one for the other. And even if you're an opponent, an opposing person politically, if you're a Christian, you're supposed to treat that person in such a way. Who knows? You treat them in such a way, you may be able to win them over. But it just shows us the hypocrisy that we have in this Bahamas as we claim to be Christians and live this Christian life. But really and truly, we're just a bunch of hypocrites because we really don't love one another like we should. And if we did, why do we treat one another the way we do? It is just a sad, sad thing in this country.
Tonight, the Bainstown and Grantstown branch of the Progressive Liberal Party will meet at 7 p.m. for a memorial service at Dr. Nottage's office. That's the constituency branch. That is the constituency branch on Meadow Street. It starts at 7 p.m. All right? 7 p.m. this evening. Right there at the constituency office on Meadow Street. Right there where the Baintown and Grantstown branch is located. So please, 7 p.m. show up. Let's celebrate Dr. Nottage's life. And then the day after Independence, well, guess what is going to happen? The party, the PLP, at its national headquarters, Lyndon Pinling Center, right here on Farrington Road, they're going to have another memorial service starting at 7 p.m. for the late Dr. Bernard Nottage. That's the day after Independence. So I want you to know it so that everybody can participate. I'd come here with a bunch of things to talk about, but the sudden, unexpected death of Dr. Baldwin Carey, the first cousin of Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie, who the F&M fired last week. He suffered a massive heart attack around 3:30 p.m. So that has kind of thrown me off spin. I don't know if I feel like rowing anymore. I'm going to do a little shout out. And there are many people that I have promised shout outs to. Bear with me. I got to go through a bunch of papers. And Miss Monroe, I ain't called you yet, but I haven't forgotten, eh? Please forgive me. I'm going to call you. You know, the FMNM just got me stressed out. All these wicked things they doing. They ain't safe. It's amazing. They ain't safe. So let me do a shout out. Last night, I had to go to the wash house. You know, it rained. So I went to the wash house. And the next thing I know, there was a little Negro female child. And I couldn't figure out what she was doing. She was trying to get my attention. And when I finally, she recognized who I was. And she told me she was one of the children there. So I said to her, "What is your name?" And she told me that her name is Allegra Tate. And she and her father, Clyde Tate, they joined Freedom March every day. So, the 5-year-old Allegra, you're one of the children there. I've now established a children branch. So you want the children, them.
Who's going to chair that branch?
Well, I'm the leader, so I may have to chair that. And of course, Clyde Tate, you're a great man. And I want to salute you because blessed is the father who introduces the children, them, to a good program. So you're a great man. And then, of course, there is a Negro lady in Grand Bahama, and she's going to be celebrating her 44th birthday on Independence Day. She was the first baby to born on the whole of Grand Bahama on the 10th of July, 1973. And so her name is Valencia Lockhart. And listen, Valencia, I know your business. You were delivered by the late Dr. Jenkins, all right? And you was a bouncing baby. Some people said that when you were born, you start singing the national anthem. Isn't that powerful? And so Valencia Lockhart, guess who told me about you? Your auntie, Auntie Lucita Johnson. Isn't that amazing? And she's so proud of you. She said she's proud of you. She loves you. And, I got to make sure that you get this shout out. So happy birthday to you. Look, we don't do Freedom March on holiday. I'm willing to do so. So I'm not going to be able to wish you the birthday on Monday. So today, happy birthday, okay? And guess what? Your aunt, she's one of the women them who hail from Cat Island. But she lived right there in Pine Ridge, Grand Bahama. And I'm certain she should be happy because the F&M got the whole 5 seat. So there must be full employment and good things taking place down there, eh? Because all gonna vote F&M. So happy birthday, okay? And then, of course, I have a Negro lady who called me today. And she said, Mr. Monker, my roof is leaking. And I almost missed and said, listen, mine leaking too. Something said to me, don't say that, because she might think I was being rude. And she made such a wonderful appeal. She said, listen, man, tell Minister Lanisha Roll to carry out the policy of urban renewal and fix our roof, man. And, as I listened to her, I felt so bad. But I took comfort since my roof leaks. I wanted to say to her, Madam, do you have a number 3 tub? All right? Because I use a number 3 tub because the roof is leaking. But one day, God is going to make it possible for her roof to be repaired first and then mine. Okay? So what the woman name? Lanisha Roll. Come, man. You are a born-again Christian. And I've always believed you're saved. And if you are saved, treat all the people equally, okay?
Absolutely.
It's powerful.
You have a lot of text. Don't forget we got to read some
Yeah.
text messages.
And the woman, Brensel Roll, who is asking for her roof, she said to me that she is so saddened over the passing of your father. And she wanted me, on behalf of her and her family, to extend her condolences to our State Minister, Brensel Roll, whose father, Herman Roll, passed away. And as she was saying those things to me, something came across my mind, but I controlled my tongue. So I'm not going to say it because it's going to be offensive to Brensel. And Papa loved Brensel, and I love Papa. So whoever Papa loves, I love. So Brensel, man, make sure the people them are taken care. Put the politics aside, okay? And y'all do what is right. My spiritual advisor, there were texts that we didn't read yesterday.
Yeah, quite a bit.
And with the announcement that Dr. Baldwin Carey, the first cousin of Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie, suffered a massive attack days after the F&M fired him Boy, oh boy, it's amazing. What were some of the texts that we didn't read yesterday?
Mr. Monica, when you are calm and focused, we learn so much more from you. You can't be hyped all the time. I thank you for your wonderful spirit. I understand your excitement as we share the same zodiac sign. A Roman Catholic and a PLP, and one of the women them from Freeport. May God's spirit abide in you and with you and your spiritual advisor now and always. 3. It is sad, 3 great Bahamians has passed away during our 44th independence. May their souls rest in peace, safely in the arms of Yahweh. Dr. Nordish, Mr. Adley, and now Dr. Carey. Mr. Monco, what I am reading here in the papers that the post office heading the town center mall, and that's Brent Summit. Ain't that a conflict of interest? Man, when the Bahamian people is going to get a break from these money grabbers, only they're in line to have their pockets filled with the country's money. Victory is mine, Mr. Monca. God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
Hi, I am the lady that called you from Harbor Island. You really want the fish? If you're not able to get the group, I will get some fish for you. You're doing a good job.
Listen, I want the fish, and if you see the Iceman, tell him and his charming wife, I say salutation. The Iceman. Because they love Freedom March.
Good day, Mr. Monco. Did you hear Dr. Sands say that the FNM can give us free health care because nothing can give us free health care because nothing in life is free? Are these people serious? Please tell Sands it is our time.
Dr. Sands, it's the people's time. I mean, you all had me convinced that y'all can give us free health care. But I blame the PLP. The PLP took too long. I said to them, listen, don't pussyfoot, pass it. Because, you know, I'm 60. And when you reach 60, sometimes you have prostate problem and all kind of problem, right? And I need to make sure that if the prostate, you know, start doing bad things, I'll have free health care.
Simon on the front porch is Bobby Simonet, the half-brother of Brent Simonet.
No, Simon is not. I think that's what I should do. I should just focus on Simon. But I came here with a lot of things. Papa, my spirit is dull, Papa. I can't represent you well today. I may have to row. Because Papa knows some things. Papa, I in trouble. You're going to have to talk to, what the man name who owns this TV station?
Sebas Bastia.
You're going to have to talk to Sebas, Papa, because one of the names in my spirit that I have detected that you want me to call, Sebastian say you mustn't call his name, Papa. The Nuncio de Aguila. But Papa, I know why Papa spoke. Papa know things. Papa see things. Papa is aware. Papa ain't tell me. Yet Papa's spirit told me. Apparently Papa know that the Nuncio and Ismarillion and their family was at Lyford Key on American independence. And Papa's trying to break up these things. Papa ain't say it, but Papa talks to me. Papa, how yous know? Papas know these things. You see? And Papa know that there was in Lyford Key.
Wow.
You better stop meeting with that man. Papa knows it. And Papa is moving to bring the party and so forth. But Papa, you're going to have to talk to Sabaz because I heard he ain't telling it to me, Papa. And I wouldn't be able to communicate. Because, Papa, they say, don't call the Aguila. And I know, Papa, I have my instructions from you. But, you know, you got to talk to Sabaz and say to Sabaz that I have to do your will. And Papa needs me to counsel some people. So, Papa, call Sabaz and work that out for me, eh? Because Papa is upset over the direction that minister are carrying the country. So Papa talk to Sabas. Okay? Other than that, you know, Papa, I understand what you want. Papa wants me to help to bring the FNM in the right way because Papa supports the contract. And he wants Bahama to open. Papa wants jobs for all of us. And Papa does not want this fishing, what you call it, witch hunt, to go on. You hear me? Papa don't want it. Because Papa is upset over how? What the man named from Foxhill?
Fred Mitchell?
No,
No, Fred Ramsey.
Fred Ramsey.
Right? And Papa's upset. And he does not want any more citizen to be persecuted or prosecuted. Papa, I'm going to carry out your wishes. Papa loves the contract. Because there was something that ministers didn't know. And Papa ain't tell me. Papa and Allison Maynard. Allison ain't tell me. Papa ain't tell me. But I smart. Allison was not going to put that contract together without talking with Papa. I know of what I say. And Papa ain't tell me. Yet Papa communicates with me. I got a wonderful picture with Papa and Allison. And as I look at that picture, I could see what was going on. Y'all better be careful with me. Papa ain't tell me, and Papa said don't lie. Take it from me. I got the picture. And Papa loved this contract. All right? Papa loved this contract, and he wanted the people to go to work. In fact, I'm receiving reports that Papa would like a law declaring unemployment illegal. Isn't that powerful?
That'd be interesting.
That would be a crime not to work.
Wow.
And everybody will have to work. Papa wants everybody to work.
It's powerful.
Let me warn Philip Brave Davis and the PLP. Grab me quickly, because Papa has sent instruction that I must come home, and I don't want to go home. So Philip Brave Davis, you better grab me, because Papa has sent word. He said, come home, supper is ready. And Papa, I ain't eating from the F&M. I'm eating from the PLB. I trust Papa, but I don't trust them. So Philip Brave Davis, you heard me? Remember? Papa sent me a word to come home. Supper is ready. But Papa, I ain't trusting them cook. Now Papa boiled the fish. I'll eat, because Papa ain't never do me nothing. But I ain't trust them, Papa. Great text.
All right, here we go. Senator, Mr. Munker, Jokey country, I am proud of you, Senator. I am so proud of you. It's what happens to poor people, but you are smart and God is with you. And the people of Bahamas is with you. I am angry too. We need to tell them off in Creole.
Tout le monde haïtien.
With their no good self.
Les moi ap vini, m'a parlé avec nous, parce que cousin, Monsieur Christie, il mourit, aujourd'hui. F&M terminate, Monsieur semaine passée, aujourd'hui, l'a mouri. Il y a un pile problème avec Kouli. Kouli malade, il mourit. F&M pas bon. Pas bon. Pas bon. Listen, my spiritual advisor, read text.
Mr. Munker, did the Prime Minister
I'm
go
live on TV.
Did the Prime Minister go to
You're going to have
Grenada?
to call me on the radio station, okay? God save the Queen.
Did the Prime Minister go down to Grenada and talk about how he told his FNM MPs and cabinet ministers what he'll do if they're caught doing crookedness?
He was disgraceful.
The PM should know better than this.
Disgraceful.
Who is advising him?
Those are intellectual in the Caribbean. And minister goes there to talk nonsense. But Papa has pulled a coup. Remember I told y'all, Papa ain't going nowhere. Papa ain't going nowhere. And you see how Brent Simon giggle, then Papa show up. Papa overthrow them. They ain't no good.
Good evening, Mr. Monica. It's a pleasure watching you from Pinedale, 8 Mile Rock, Bahamas. I'm sending a shout out to Mrs. Marsha Sanders. She is one of the women there.
Miss Marsha Sanders, Miss Marsha Sanders, you're one of the women there. Continue to submit. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor, read.
Say hello to your Abaco fans, Evelyn, Erica, and Doreen. The women them and Abaco love your show.
Hello, Abaco. This is Freedom March. We'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here on ILTV. Right here in Nassau, Bahamas. Rodney Monk is my name. My spiritual advisor is Bradley Roll, and I have with me Rastinero Thompson. A couple of weeks ago, at Her Majesty's Prison Fox Hill, a saved and sanctified woman conducted a Christian service. During the course of the service, she made a prophecy. She said to the prison and the inmates that there were 7 prison officers who were going to jail. And she prophesied how they would come into the prison with illicit drugs and be arrested. Well, I wish to inform you that overseer number 1, as you would recall, was arrested, charged, and imprisoned. And of course, yesterday, overseer number 2, he was charged, he was arrested and charged, and, well, we don't know what's going to happen, and I don't want to prejudge his case. I'm watching her prophecy to see which stupid, God forgive me, prison overseer is going to show up next week with his drugs. Okay? So far, the prophecy, and I'm serious with what I'm saying, all right? I'm watching it, because don't forget now, I'm everywhere, all right? So I know some things. So next week, based on our prophecy, another overseer will come to work with more drugs. And when he shows up, he will be searched and arrested and taken home, where they will find more drugs. So 2 of the prophecy has come to pass. Which overseer is going to be stupid
5 more to come to pass.
and show up next week? If you do it next week, then the week after next, it's another overseer. This is so powerful. I've never seen a prophecy to be working like this. What's this going on? Stop bringing drugs to the prison. It's against the law. You're going to jail. You're going to embarrass yourself and your family. Stop it. All right? Sister woman done prophesied. You all sat in the prison, heard the woman preaching. If a woman preach and say that I can bring drugs to work, goodness me, I've never seen nothing like this. So next week, we should have the 3rd overseer. I mean, it's laughable. Goodness of mercy.
That's not a good thing. Let's not wish that on
I'm not wishing anything.
our man who work at the prison.
All right? Give some shout outs.
give me some
because
let me give some
I have
shout-outs.
something kind of unkind to say about Christy and Philip Brave Davis. So quickly say
Your
it.
faithful Facebook viewers. I'm calling their names as they appear on Facebook. Dill Pickle. Shout out to Dill Pickle. Snowflakes. Lydia King Williams.
Wow.
Star Santoy. The beautiful Mesca Hepburn from Abaco. Palm Davis. Cooper. Sharice Cooper.
Hello, Sharice.
Special shout out.
Chrissy Gilbert.
Chrissy Gilbert. Honorable, who's this? Kessa Monroe. Then they got my boy here, Kyle Wilson.
Hey, Kyle.
Then you got
Gwendolyn Patron.
Okay, yeah.
She's a JP.
Good. You got Cash Moss. You got Natasha Scott. Palm Davis. Then my boy here, Biggs Burrows.
Lamont Bastian.
Who else we got here? Erica Stubbs. We call Erica. What about Jessica Monka Ferguson? Yeah, special shout out to her. And then Geraldine Benaby, my girl. Who else we got? Who else we got here?
That's
special
powerful.
shout out to these people. Miss
Yeah.
Monka, these people are really faithful.
Hey, folks.
Nicholas Jacks is watching
as
as
they
well.
watch you on Facebook.
Brother Jackson, everybody.
Lamont Bastian.
Shout out.
Senator, tell them stop cussing me out, please.
Okay.
Let them know who I am. That I'm a part of the team.
This is Rastinero Thompson.
Gussie Jolly, special shout out. Dial Johnson, Andrea Bain, all these people.
This is
Charisma
powerful.
P. Simpkins, all these people watch you here. Chrissy Gilbert, These people are very faithful to you.
We are
Mr.
happy
Munker.
that
Special
you
shout
love
out to all
Freedom
of them.
March.
You guess
There was a former prime minister named Perry Christie and a deputy prime minister named Philip Brave Davis. They had a sweetheart called the Bahamas. The Bahamas, they love. She had all kind of children. But sometimes she was a cloaking woman. When Christie, who was sweethearting her, and Philip Brave Davis, who was sweethearting the Bahamas, they said to the Bahamas, man, why these children coming in all kind of hours? And the woman them complained, these my children. They work hard to feed the Bahamas. And there were some who complained that they was not working hard enough. And then a Negro man named what's the doctor name? Dr. Hubert Menace. He came along and he said to the Bahamas, woman, Christine, a good sweetheart. Philip Brave Davis don't like you. I can take care of you. I can take care of you. But Menace didn't know that Christie and Davis had the Bahamas big up. She was pregnant. They saw great opportunity in having her right. But Menace didn't know she was pregnant. Menace didn't know what kind of children. And so he told the Bahamas they were not good lovers. Now she go and listen to Menace. She fall in love with Menace. And then Menace show up. And some of the children belong to the Prime Minister Christie and Davis. And they now say, you can't come in this house. This is my daddy's house. The woman start making demand. And what you think Menace did? He started to talk bad about her. He says she was no good. She ain't no good lover. And you know who he is? He's a gynecologist. You hear me? The next thing I know, he start to throw in the woman's face. Say, Perry Christie. All right? Every time the woman will make love to him, he start throwing her own lover in her face. So I can't do this because Christie and Brave, that's all he did. He just threw lowness at the woman. He disgraced her. And he's a gynecologist. The next thing I know, he started to say all kind. But Christie knew, and Philip Brave Davis knew, that that woman called the Bahamas was a great economic challenge. But they kept quiet, you know. And they tried to work and tried to love the children. Some of them children even didn't look like Christie. And they sure didn't look like Brave. Now Menace come, and when he discover, he now complaining. What kind of lover this is? That every time the Bahamas goes to bed with him, he continued to throw the old lover in her face. And I say to the Bahamas, damn fool, you married a Gullin. You had Christie as a lover, you had Philip Brave Davis as a lover, and whatever you think about them, you know. When Christie show up on Monday, that part of the children that belonged to him, grocery came. Can you imagine? When Philip Brave Davis show up, the other side of the children had grocery. Some days, I was one of the children. I would say to my spiritual advisor, man, give me some of your daddy grocery. Philip Brave Davis. Because when my daddy show up on Monday, I can give you a little bit. This is the story of the Bahamas, where a prime minister, in the case of Menace, he say he loved the woman, but now all he doing is talking bad about her. And I say, woman, hold on to your lover. All right?
you have some callers.
Hello. welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
How are you?
I am saddened over the death of Dr. Baldwin Carey. How are you?
Mr. Munker, I am saddened too. And it seems as if, Mr. Munker, you remember when I know your favorite person, Papa, came in?
Yes?
You remember what he did to Baldwin's brother-in-law?
Goodness me, Papa too in this?
Yes, and he died. Mr. Jarrett.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Wow, Jared.
And now you see what Minister to Baldwin Carey?
Oh, Lord.
First person he let go. Mr. Munker, this F&M government, all they do is victimize.
Wow.
Mr. Munker, we not only need to march, we need to pray.
Wow.
This is serious time. And tell your spiritual father or partner, whatever,
Advisor.
he need to be advisor. He need to be praying for them people he hanging out with. All right, you all enjoy the rest of your day.
I thank you
Absolutely.
Bye.
very much.
Absolutely.
So, read text. You had a lover
Here we go.
who also knew that there were challenges, but they were respectful. They didn't go about the place bad mouthing you. They never said you were ugly. They love you. But now you got this other guy. He is talking nonsense. He is disgracing you. So you got to watch your lover. You got to watch your lover. Spiritual advisor,
Mr. Monka,
read text.
you can challenge Sir Lyndon. You can challenge Dr. Menace because he is not a better prime minister than Sir Lyndon. Mr. Monka, would you be willing to run in the next PLP General Convention?
The convention, let me pray over it because
Okay.
I'm praying.
Is C.A. Smith the Simon? Is Simon on the front porch? C.A. Smith.
No, Simon is not C.A. Smith because C.A. Smith accused Arthur, all right, of, being it.
Good day, Mr. Rodney Monka. This is your cuz from Beach and Park. We only been paid for the month of May. So what happened to June payment?
Wow.
It's going to come after the holiday, I understand.
Are you sure of that, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, I understand.
My spiritual advisor hangs out now with people in my party,
Yeah,
the F&M.
I understand it's after the holiday. Good afternoon to both of you guys. Can you give Charles Smith a shout out?
Hey, Charles Smith, how are you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Now he is the Prime Minister for a few months now. Who had respect for the former Prime Minister, no rifle thinking. A lot of Bahamian disrespected him. So now you're telling us he's not forgot.
I am telling you that Dr. Menace is victimizing Prime Minister Perry Christie.
Good day, Mr. Munker. Could you send a shout out to all the ex-students of the C.C. Sweden class from 88 to 90? For this, because of you and your leadership, we are able to hold the government feet to the fire, and bring change to the country. Long live the revolution.
Long live the revolution.
And God save the Queen.
God save the Queen, class of 1988. I marched them out of school,
Good
I
day.
marched them out of school in 1983 and in 1988. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Munker, how are you?
I am fine, my love, but saddened today.
Is it Sir Arthur Fox, the Simon on the porch?
No, he was accused of being Simon, but it was not Sir Arthur.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else know who's Simon? Even the staff of the Nassau Guardian. Y'all could participate. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Hello,
Hello.
yes,
Yeah, Mr. Moncar.
yes.
Okay, you said just now that Mr. Menace is victimizing Perry Christie, right?
Yes.
Could you explain that?
Okay. Now I want you to listen. Hubert Alexander Ingram.
No, Menace.
Goodness, why this Negro wouldn't listen, man? You asked me to explain it and then you're stopping me.
Go ahead.
Hubert Alexander Ingram, a progressive leader, put in place protocols for the dealing with a former prime minister.
Yeah.
Okay? Mr. Ingram has all the protocol, right? Christie is the next man entitled to the protocol. Menace has not provided him with the car. And I can tell you that Christie provided Menace as leader of the opposition with a wonderful car. Now,
No, that was government car.
goodness, why this Negro don't understand? He provided him with the government car then. God bless my
Oh,
soul.
yeah, go ahead.
Right? And I'm
Yeah.
saying to you that Menace has failed to provide. I'm trying not to come out in full detail. I'm holding back information. But Menace has not done what he should be done, what he should be doing. And he should rise above it. That's all I'm saying. Take it care. I have another caller. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monko.
Good afternoon, my love.
Good afternoon, yes.
Good afternoon. How are you?
ma'am.
I'm okay.
Good.
Yeah, Mr. Monko, I was reflecting, about when the PLP, they didn't give, I don't know, eventually it would have given him a car, but
Who? They
at
didn't
one
give
point
who?
they didn't give him a car nor an office.
Who?
The PLP, the former government,
Didn't give who?
Dr. Minister, Prime Minister, they didn't
That-
give him a car, neither an office.
That is not true. Take it from me. Don't forget, I was among those who conspired to fire Menace so he wouldn't have car nor office. And I was among those in the conspiracy that ensured that decent Loretta Butler Turner get the car. And then, of course, I believe that, I don't, let me not say this piece. And subsequently, she may have, changed the car with the assistance of the then Prime Minister. So that is not true. Minister has been given everything he wants.
Okay, Mr. Monko,
Yes.
I remember you used to accuse the PLP of burning your house down. Whatever happened to that? I mean,
Well, the investigation continues.
Oh, it's still continuing.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you could have asked Mr. Davis to help you, considering that your roof is leaking and stuff like that. And we're
Well,
just
I was
sorry
going to
hear that.
ask him when he was in urban renewal, and then all of a sudden, Loretta Butler changed the plan.
Loretta Butler could have happy too, Mr.
Hold on a
Monko.
second,
You
I'll
ever
give you an
asked her?
answer. She said, listen, I want you to be a senator. And then if I had asked Davis, he was going to fix the roof. And then everybody would have said, you see, he's just like the rest of them. Just become a senator and is now using his influence. So I said to my wife, honey, if it's leaking on the right side, we have to go and roll over on the left side.
No, Mr. Monko, you need help.
Yes, but
Don't worry about what the people got to say.
no. You ain't see what Minnie's doing to me? I am the
Right
old...
to Dr. Menace, Mr. Monko.
No, I will
Just
show
to
you
give
something.
press.
I want to show you
feel
something.
I feel he will do well. It's just that as long as they listen to the people and they do what's right and don't be backpedaling with some stuff I'm seeing right now. And I voted for the F&M, but I'm not blindsided. I'm not an F&M. I'm not a PLP. I'm someone who have common sense, and I go for what I see was going in the right direction.
But understand the predicament that I am in.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is that I have complied with the law. But Menace has threatened me with prison.
That's unfortunate, Mr. Monko. If you
Well, I'm carrying him to court.
That's no fair, Mr. Monko.
I don't care how Papa says supper is ready.
Mr. Monko.
I'm
It'll
taking
be
him to
okay.
court.
So no fair, because you already complied and you presented your documents.
Yeah, but he had to have known that.
So he should have known it. If
Right.
the Prime Minister, he would have been advised
Right.
that information.
I'm embarrassed to tell you how he got in this predicament. I'm embarrassed.
But
All right?
Monko, pray for our Prime Minister.
I'm going to pray for him.
And you keep up the good work, even though you go a little off course sometimes.
Okay.
But I'm going to continue to keep you and spiritual advisor and Mr. What was the guy?
Ross
Ralph,
Thompson, yeah.
Yes.
in my prayers.
Thank you.
Absolutely,
Keep up the
thank
good
you.
work. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
God
you.
bless
You
you,
do
my
the same.
sister. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon, Mr. Munker and your spiritual advisor.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon to you too. And your guest.
Afternoon. Thank you.
Ross
I'm sending out my condolences to the Carey family
Yes.
on the passing of Baldwin. We grew up together,
Wow.
and they were nice, spiritual people,
Yes.
and they were very kind.
Uh-huh.
And I had no problem growing up around Baldwin and Allen and those.
Yes.
They were good people. So my prayers go out to the Carey family. Also, Mr. Munker,
Yes.
on the 9th of May,
Yes.
it was a prophecy came across.
Really?
And the prophecy said that the government who was going to win the election, the prophecy said that we would have a dark eagle over the Bahamas.
Wow.
And I prove it today with Baldwin Carey.
Wow.
That hit me with Baldwin Carey.
Wow.
But what goes around, Mr. Munker, like you say, comes around.
Oh, yeah.
And God is still on the throne. He promised to remember his own. So you all have a blessed day today.
We
You do the
thank
same.
you. I want you to know that
Thank you.
my grandma is a Carey and my grandchildren are Carey. So we thank you for the condolences. My spiritual advisor, do we have more texts?
Yes, we have a lot more texts.
Read texts
Lots,
and-
lots and lots
Perhaps
of texts.
you will
Here we go.
also read some
Good day,
texts
Mr.
for
Munker
us.
and spiritual advisor. Me and my family watch you all every day. I am one of the women them. Keep up the great job from Freeport.
Freeport, thank you very much. And I really hope that things can improve because the F&M got its wish. I think it's 5 seats down there, and they got everyone. But Mr. Ingram has pointed out how it is dangerous to have all the seats because ministers now responsible for constituencies with a bunch of unemployed, poor Negroes. And
Mr.
he ain't serious.
Mr. Munker, I used to believe you were, but I listen to you now and you're almost every day.
Thank
You're
you.
very knowledgeable and you have your facts together. Keep up the good work,
I
Mr.
thank you.
Munker. Hey. Oh, that's a personal text from me. No, don't worry about that.
Okay.
All right, let's go to...
Read.
Hey, Mr. Munker, please hide my number. MP Hank ensured the MP Hank ensured that Central Eleuthera got paid, but Mr. Mackey claims he had nothing to do with those jobs. So therefore, it's not his problem. We could use your help, sir.
No problem.
Mr. Munker, is Simon
Go ahead.
on the porch, Rodney Munker?
Listen, I haven't been on the porch since my house started leaking. It's not me.
Mr. Munker, I attended a constituency meeting last week by Jeff Lloyd. And he started the meeting saying he don't have any scholarships, jobs, and contracts to give out. Boy, these people are something else.
You
The
better
PFP
find it. Let me get this phone call. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good evening, Mr. Munker.
Good evening, sir.
To your guests, Mr. Thompson and Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
Good evening, how you
sir.
doing?
All right, sir.
Great.
My condolences to the Carey family as well. I don't know him that well, but at all, matter of fact, but my prayers goes to them and his family. Mr. Munker.
Sir?
One of the things that crossed my mind, I was wondering, is it ever came to cross your mind about senators, instead of they being appointed by the government and the opposition, what about members of the Senate? They now elected to serve, like that of an MP.
That's a
So
wonderful
there'll be more
idea,
democratic,
but the Constitution...
constitution-wise, that they could be able to look at the bills that come from those assembly. No, instead I sit on the side of this party or that party I was appointed to vote in favor of, or just stand up and say, well, give their actual opinion on something.
There was a time in our history when there were genuine and real independent senators.
Right.
With the new Constitution, they eliminated it. An election would mean that you have to have a referendum. And I'm voting against all referendums, save that if the government has one to hang murderers. It's a dirty word, and that's what it meant to me. It's a dirty word. I thank you very much. I'm running out of time.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I don't think we can take this call up because I'm about to have some music. So hold the caller. Spiritual advisor, read a text, and when you hear the
I have
music,
one text. Good
stop.
afternoon, Mr. Munker. Please send a shout out to your woman them who are always tuned in. Mrs. Brathwaite,
Hello.
Miss Roberts, and Mrs. Ellis. They say that they love you. Please be encouraged and God bless you.
I thank you, ladies. I thank you, ladies. It's a wonderful shout out to you. But it's a sad day when the black crab syndrome is taking place, and they are literally causing stress and heart attacks. This is Freedom March. I'll be right back after the break.
Do you have something to say to the senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. Tonight at 7 p.m., a memorial service for Dr. the late Honorable Bernard Nottage at the PLP branch office on Meadow Street. It starts at 7 p.m. Rastanero, is there a hurricane or a storm anywhere or bad weather?
Yes, just last night we had tropical depression form just to the east of the Lesser Antilles Island, and based on the forecast cone, it does have it near the Bahamas sometime next week, so we're going to have to monitor that for any other developments. But the cone of concern is very near to the entire Bahamas island chain, so we have to monitor that
A
closely.
hurricane?
It could be a hurricane
Goodness
or a
me.
tropical storm.
And my roof ain't repaired yet.
Gotta move fast.
And guess what? I went to NEMA last week or week before last. I said, listen, you all have any of them plastic I can put on the roof? They say to me they run out of it, and they promised me, they said, Brother Monka, as soon as we get some more plastic, we can let you know. Anyway, I got some caller on the phone. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Hello? Please answer me.
Monker,
Yes?
how are you?
I'm fine.
I read some of the articles about Simon on the front porch, right?
Yes?
And I saw a C.A. Moore signed it. However, I have a question. Is the person or the thing he's talking about, the people he's talking about, could they be dead or are they alive?
Who? Who Simon is talking about?
Is Simon dead? Yeah.
To the best of my knowledge, I'm not sure. That is why
This article is written in 2016.
Simon may not be dead. Don't forget, he was last spotted on the front porch. Can you tell me who he is? Because I believe.
That article is so long, but this person, I'm thinking now, you say he's a Seminite.
Okay, so you think he's a Seminite?
No, you said he was a Seminite, that's why, but I don't think so.
Well, what do you think
What
he
is
is?
he? Okay, is he Sir Randall Fox? Sir Randall Fox?
Sir Randall has...
Fox.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, I know he's dead.
It's not Sir Randall.
Okay, well, Seminite now, right?
Yes.
You say he was a Seminite, and I called 2 days ago. Now, I know another Chris Seminite. I don't know if this is the one.
Say it. Whoever you think it is.
This one is, he's tall, he's Negro. He maybe works at this Guardian at one point in his life, I'm not sure.
Chris Seminite of the Nassau Guardian is dead.
Oh.
And he was not a Negro. He was a light-skinned
Okay,
Negro.
probably didn't work there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this person born in Lutra?
Well, you have to tell me. You asking me to give you the answer. The people them who controlling the money, I got to be careful. I don't want to be accused of corruption. You see, ministers just send letter to me. You have an idea who is it? Say it.
So is it Chris Seminite? Is it Chris?
Is Chris a Negro?
I was talking about 2 days ago.
I don't think it's Chris.
Yes.
Okay? I got to let you go.
So Craig Seminite then?
Who?
So it's Craig then?
Who is Craig Seminite? You got to give me information.
So I talk about Craig Seminite also.
So who is Craig Seminite? What's Craig Seminite? Tell me something about him.
The only one I know about and everybody seems to know about is one who owns Fast Ferries.
No, it isn't him. He can't write very well. He know how to make money. I got to let you go.
Seminite.
Yeah. Give me the next
Tell
caller.
me something, Mr. Monica.
Yes? Goodness me. Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Monker.
Good afternoon, my dear.
How are you?
well, saddened over the passing of Dr. Baldwin Simonet. Baldwin Carey.
I'm a first-time caller. I've been watching your show for about a month, and I must say you're a very educated man. You're
Really?
informing persons on the truth. They may not want to hear it all the time, but what you do, you speak truth. Secondly, I must say good afternoon to your in-studio guest, your spiritual advisor and your guest.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
But today I want to extend condolences also to the family of Dr. Baldwin Carey.
That's
Dr.
kind.
Nordich was my doctor from when he first started his practice.
Wow.
And when he went into politics, his office at St. Luke's was turned over to the capable hands of Dr. Baldwin Carey and Dr. Julian Stewart. And I would have known Dr. Carey's family because I grew up in Mason's Edition.
Yes.
But, it's a very sad day in this country, Mr. Monica, because, this government, the people's time government, it really is the people's time, but it's not for all people in this country. It looks like it's only for the F&Ms and the rich people in this country.
Yep.
Anybody who they perceive to be anti-government are going to suffer. And
Yep.
it is very, very sad because at
Sad.
the end of the day, we are all supposed to be one. We're Bahamians, but we have become so polarized now that, what's going to happen next in this country? So I just pray that you will continue to speak truth. Continue with your show. Let your voice be heard because you are educating plenty people. God bless you, sir.
I thank you.
God save the Queen.
God save the
Have a
Queen.
great day.
And I thank you very much. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello. Speak to me. I can hear you.
Yes, I watch your show every day,
Thank you.
and it's so nice. And I see why you're so educated.
Wow.
Because my grandmother was a Carey from Tappan Bay.
Well, that's where my grandma is from. That's where my pa was born. And
Right.
that's where, and my daughter gone right down there and gone marry. I can't say it because she watching. And gone married.
And my condolences goes out to Mr. Carey family.
We
He's
thank
supposed
you.
to be some of my family too.
Of course, we are all related.
And what the gentleman said before, that when the former, not this last government, the next one, they killed Mr. Jarrett.
Wow.
So now this one, they killed Dr. Carey.
Wow.
So I would say, I want to say good afternoon to all on the panel, right?
Right. Good
now,
afternoon, ma'am.
you asked some time ago,
Yes?
who is Simon on the front porch?
You have an idea? Get out that notepad.
Okay. You ready?
You have an idea? Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Simon on the front porch
Yes.
is a freelance writer.
He's Simon is a freelance writer.
Writer for The Guardian.
For Guardian.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And he's the son of Wayne Simonet, who was secretary.
Wayne
Simonet, who was secretary in the Roman Catholic Diocese office.
Hold on, secretary of Roman Catholic. Go ahead.
His father,
Yes.
Baldwin Simonet.
Baldwin Simonet.
Yeah.
Which Baldwin Simonet is this?
Well, he attends St. Francis.
He is a Catholic
Right.
to St. Francis Church.
Right. He was a real estate.
Is that the Baldwin who do real estate?
Yes.
That is the man who went to jail.
You can't get me in trouble.
Listen to me, he's dead. he's dead. I only know one Baldwin Simonet. He went to prison. Is that him?
Well, he was a real estate, and then this son, Craig, used to work along with him.
His name is Craig?
Yeah,
He
Craig
worked-
Simonet is the
Now, that
gentleman
ain't
on the
Brent.
porch.
You don't mean Brent Simonet, brother?
No.
This Baldwin Simonet's son.
Right, that's correct.
Okay. But I need more information. What else do you know about Craig?
Okay.
What is his color?
His color is not dark. He is a little bit like not the spiritual advisor who comes on every day.
The spiritual advisor is a solid African.
I'm dark, yeah.
Is he like the Negro male in the middle of us, Rasta Nero Thompson?
No, he might be a little bit browner than that. But he
Okay.
isn't white, and he isn't black. But after all, he's a Negro man.
Okay, but he got color. So he's a
Right.
light-skinned Negro.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Now, his age is either late 40 or 50, 51.
Late 40
Late age 40.
or 51. Is he handsome?
Pardon me?
Is he a good-looking guy?
Yeah.
Handsome like me? You have to tell me more things because I have people who will go to investigate.
Okay.
Uh-huh. What else?
You get his age, 50 to 51.
Yes.
He's medium built.
Uh-huh.
And his hair is cut neat always.
Okay. Tell me about other relatives.
Oh, he has, now his siblings, okay?
He has siblings.
Now, the two last children of his mother
Yeah.
is him, what his name is? Craig Simonet.
Craig Simonet.
And Lorraine Simonet and Bristol.
Lorraine Simonet.
And Bristol.
And Bristol.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of his aunts
Yes.
is Diana Dane.
Diana
Dane. And Diana's husband was Hubert Dane.
Is Hubert still living?
No.
Okay.
Hubert was the governor of the central bank.
Okay. A former governor of the Central Bank. Yeah. Go ahead. Any other thing you could tell me that would help me?
Well, his grandmother was Miss Pinder, a fair-skinned, small lady, but she already deceased.
Mother was Miss Pinder. Okay.
That's his grandmother.
That's his grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you can tell me about him?
Oh, come on, son.
Well, what's the spiritual advice you hear?
Hold on, Bradley, because this woman is right. Let me
man.
ask you.
Oh, man.
Man, let me hear the woman. I got
this. The spiritual advisor saying?
Don't worry about the spiritual advisor. Is
You're in
there
the kingdom.
any other thing that you can tell me that would lead me to covering his identity? Anything else you know?
Oh, it seems as if he has a defect in one of his arms.
Defect?
Yeah.
Goodness me.
In his arm. What do you mean by that?
Well, sometimes your hand, either like you had a stroke or, and I'm not saying he had it.
Okay.
He might have had it, but, it leave a little defect.
Okay.
All right.
So if I were to see him, would I be able to see the defect?
You should.
I should. Okay. So he's a member of my Christian denomination.
That's my own, too.
You're a Catholic?
Yes, I'm a Roman Catholic.
Goodness me, so you sound like you would know what you're saying. Any other thing you can give me?
Well, all I can say, I believe he is a male.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to... is there anything else? Do you know his politics?
No, I don't know his politics. Oh, his aunt, his sister is Lorraine and Simonet and Bristol.
Uh-huh.
She works at the, she's a permanent secretary.
She's a permanent secretary?
Yeah.
Okay.
In a government office.
In the government
I
office.
can't remember the name.
Would it be the office of the Prime Minister?
No.
Okay.
Aviation or something like that.
Aviation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ah!
What happened? I gave you too much?
No, you used the word aviation. There was an article written about aviation. Wow. Okay. And any idea what office or what business he might be working at? Any other thing you could tell me about him? Hello?
Oh, no, not. That's all I know, that he and Lorraine is the two last children. I don't know which one is the last one.
Okay, him and Lorraine is the two last children.
Right.
And there's nothing else you can tell me?
I can't hear you.
Is there anything else you could tell me?
Well, he used to attend St. Francis, and I don't know if he still goes there.
Okay.
Oh, he used to work along with his father in the real estate business, Munnings Estate.
You mean, when you say Munnins now, you mean Poissy Munnins, them place?
Yes.
Okay, that's down by that restaurant. Okay. All right.
But now he doesn't work for anybody. he does his work from home.
Okay. This is powerful. Nothing else you can tell me?
Well,
No. I want you to do it. Nothing, you know. If it's unkind, don't say it on the TV.
no.
Right.
No. I'm a saved woman, so I wouldn't say anything unkind.
You're safe.
Yes.
This is powerful.
You could ask our bishop.
Which, you mean the Archbishop?
Thank you.
He knows you.
What?
Okay.
I was good friend with Bishop Boyk.
Oh, you mean Bishop Burke?
Bishop Boyk and Bishop Hinder.
This is powerful. So there's nothing else you can provide?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I left a message with the sister to ask him to call, but he didn't return a call.
You left a message
with Lorraine
to tell this man to call you.
Right.
And he didn't call.
No, he didn't call.
Goodness me, look how he can cost you not to win the $400. But anyway, what are we going to do then is I'm going to ask the producer to put you on hold. You give the producer a code. I don't want you to say it. And a number. I shall then order...
Type of number. Telephone number or a facetious number.
A number that I can contact you. Right? So I'm going to put you on hold.
So you mean my telephone number then?
Your telephone number. Don't give him your real name. Give him a code name.
And my real telephone number.
And but that's the only way you're going to win it.
Okay.
And then, so we're going to put you on hold and you do that right now, okay?
Okay.
Make sure.
All
Producer,
right.
get a code. Yes?
Okay, my name is Peaches. You know Peaches and Cream?
Hallelujah. Okay. No. Listen to me. You can't do it like that. Hello?
Yes.
If you say it on air, somebody else will now call and say, there was Peaches. So wait until the producer's going to put you on hold. Don't hang up. Give him a different name and number. Other than that, every Peaches will be coming forward, okay?
Okay.
All right. Don't hang up now. Put her on hold. Get that from her. Well, tomorrow we will continue to try to identify Simon. And today I will send out a code. Yes, but I have to put out this code. To the officers of the intelligence community, having heard those words, the code number is 203. Confirm if the Negro is indeed correct, the Negro lady. All right, let's take another call. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Turn your radio down, please.
Hello, for the last time. Welcome
Hello?
to Freedom. Yes, you called me.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, talk to me. Cut off your TV. Or turn it down and talk to me.
Mr. Monica.
Yes.
Simon in the part is Craig Simonet.
Craig Bobby Simonet.
Brother.
Bobby Simonet, brother.
He's a Latino.
Okay.
You know, them people, what you call them with them eyelashes would look like it white, like it white.
Okay.
Albino?
Them eyelashes look like it white.
Okay. And you think that's Brent Simonet, brother?
Yes, he is Brent Simonet, brother.
Really?
Run the fast ferry.
Yeah, but they tell me that ain't Brent Simonet, brother. I mean, this man is Brent Simonet, brother. You mean tell me Brent right there hiding Simon?
It's a Latin. I think that's what they call it, a Latino.
Latino. No, Brent brother ain't no Latino. I know him.
Okay, if he's not a Latino, but he have those eyelashes with the bright eyelashes.
Okay.
Like the little polka dot skin flesh and the skin.
Okay.
Because my nephew used to run on that fast ferry boat.
And your nephew think it is...
And he's built the same as Brent Simonet built with the curly hair.
Yes. Brent has curly hair.
The curly hair.
Yes.
And he is, but now I know with the heights like that. But he's but the same height as Brent Simonet. Because my nephew...
Is he as handsome as Brent?
He run on the police force. He used to run on the fast ferry.
Okay.
With them.
All right, well, what we can do, in fairness to you,
Is he handsome as Brent?
is he as handsome as Brent?
No, he isn't handsome as Brent.
Okay.
He isn't handsome. He is tall.
Tall?
He's tall, and he have almost the same height as Brent.
Okay.
Feminine.
And he rich?
And one more thing, Mr. Monker.
Yes?
I'm listening to you. I still see you send my shout out to my brother, Holly Taylor in Black Point Exuma.
Holly Taylor in Black Point Exuma.
Of his father-in-law, Hartman Roll.
Yes, I did it. But I didn't call Holly name.
The passing of his father-in-law, Hartman Roll.
Wow.
The member of Parliament, Rachel Roll's father, coming from his sister, Anna Mae Forbes in Nassau.
Okay, Anna Mae, you've done it. Now I want to put you on hold. Give them a fruit name and your number. All right? A fruit name, and identify her by the fruit name and put number 2.
A fruit name?
Yeah, some fruit. Don't say it on the TV. So I can put you on hold.
A fruit?
Yes. I'll give you an example. Don't say sapodilla. You could say another fruit.
What kind of fruit? Give me all an example about what the fruit.
Okay. You can say sugar apple, but don't say sugar apple. Use another name. Okay? But wait till he put you on hold. Put her on hold. I don't want the world to hear it, and mark her as the number 2 caller. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello. 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 Goodness me. Try another one. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello, Mr. Monka.
Yes.
I need your personal cell number. I have some information for you, but I want to give it to you off air.
Okay.
Put on hold.
Listen to me now. If it is about Craig, right?
No, it's not.
It has nothing to do with who they're trying to identify.
No.
Okay.
No, this is something different.
Okay, my cell number is 434-5760. 434-5760, okay?
Okay, I got it.
Don't call me now. Call me after I come off air.
Okay, thank you.
God bless you. Hello, is there anybody else? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Okay, I'm soon ain't gonna be able to take any more call. Is there anybody else there? Because I only got about 4 minutes. Hello? Welcome to Freedom March.
If you'd like to make a call.
Read text, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, we have quite a bit of text. Mr. Monkey, your people can be exceptions. Good afternoon. I'm a faithful follower of the program and one of the women them. I'm trying with my son to enroll him in the bridging program. I'm being threatened if I don't pay at least $1,000 by next week, he'll be asked to leave the program. But didn't Dr. Millis promise free education?
Yes, he did.
For Bahamians?
Yes, he did.
All right.
Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
If you'd like.
Don't take any more calls because we are running out of time. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Finally, you and Papa on the same page. The PLP will now look at you funny. You are full of Papa Kool-Aid. Welcome back.
Listen to me. Papa has given me a message.
You and Jeff Lloyd are one again.
No. Papa has given me a message. I've only told Philip Brave Davis and the PLP that Papa wants me to return. All right? Papa says supper is ready, but I'm not eating. So the PLP better grab me quickly because Papa is in contact. And Papa supports the contract that the PLP signed. And Papa think that Sarkis is wrong. My spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monty.
Hold on a second. Do you know Sarkis?
Sarkis is Marillion?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to come on the show?
I authorize you to go into Life at Key and tell Sarkis he is invited on the show.
Okay, we'll do
because I think something is wrong that Sarkis is going to lose all that money. You follow?
Okay.
Sarkis, listen, you're invited. I heard what the Prime Minister said, Prime Minister Perry Christie, and Prime Minister...
Ex-Prime Minister. Hubert
Ingram.
Oh.
Hubert Ingram is Prime Minister, Perry Christie is Prime Minister, Minnis is Prime Minister, and while Minnis is in the land of revolution, don't forget, they overthrow Eric Gary and President Reagan in October of 1983, had to rescue the country when they killed whatever the man named who was the Prime Minister, I forgot his name. But Ingram has pulled a coup, and he's trying to save us from Minnis. I didn't have a chance to talk about that, and I didn't have a chance to continue with some other issues. But tomorrow, if it is God's will, we'll talk about it. But tonight, a memorial for Dr. Bernard Nordich at his at his branch headquarters on Meadow Street, 7 p.m. All right? Everybody should go there. And it is sad that his good friend and the first cousin of Prime Minister Perry Christie suffered a massive heart attack at 3:30 this afternoon. And you would recall that the FNM fired him last week. Wow. What a nation. If Mark Antony was speaking at Dr. Baldwin's funeral, he, upon saying minutes on the FNM, would say, "O justice, thou hast fled to brutish beasts, and man has lost all sense of reason." But in everything, we must give God thanks, and we have to pray. But prayer without action is no good. I think it's time for the PLP to demonstrate good political leadership. Can't we have a good march for justice and equality? Can't we? Who will take the people down to the street to protest this wicked policy of the FNF? Tomorrow, God's will, join me here on Freedom March. Rodney Roll, Rastanara Thompson, and I'll see you tomorrow.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.